Republicans are going to stop it.
I don't think Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
What are you laughing at? What's so funny? What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Donald Trump is about to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, who is a convicted child R-worder. And this story is not to distract from that fact. So here's the story. Gavin Newsom was on a Politico stage, Politico, the news organization. And he said something that was dangerous. That's also true. He said something that Democrats are not willing to say. And I need you to hear it on this Sunday morning. I need you to listen to it on this Sunday morning. And I'm not going to go into what I do or don't like about Gavin Newsom because I understand the stakes. So we're going to watch this. I may stop it just about 3 times to talk about what we heard. And it's going to be short and sweet, guys. Watch this.
But we're not going to play with one hand tied behind our back. You just saw what happened. 5-4 decision. 5-4 decision on $800 million in NSF and NIH grants. The Supreme Court selling everybody out, selling Congress out. By the way, that was part of the rigged Supreme Court. Yet Gorsuch's on there instead of Merrick Garland because they don't play by the same set of rules. I'm sick and tired of Democrats being on the losing end in this country and our democracy being on the losing end. We have got to fight fire with fire.
That was important. That was important. If everybody doesn't follow the rules, then there are no rules. And Democrats need to wake up. Most of the American people still need to wake up. We think we know what's going on, but we're not there yet. Because he's going to break it down even further. Watch this.
Republicans are going to stop it.
I don't think Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
Don't give me. Who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? So this is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No, there's no.
What are you laughing at? What's so funny? You realize what he said is not a pipe dream. It's not a cartoon. These are the facts on the ground. And because we are who we are as Americans and can't believe that something like this could actually happen to us, we're going to let it happen. Is that why we're laughing? What was funny about that? Continue, Gavin.
Newsom Trump in 28.
No, this guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they were in a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people said, oh, just Trump being Trump. People actually think this guy's serious about having another election? You think he's joking about 2028? You think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? And he shows them the 2028 hats? He's not being serious? Wake up. You will lose your country. Again, it's not about Democrats. It's about all of us.
So you're absolutely convinced he's
I'm absolutely
2028.
You've seen it. He's tried to steal the last election. He's trying to rig it in plain sight this time. He wants to get rid of vote by mail. He's talking about eliminating voting machines he doesn't like. He's setting up the contours where he can declare a declaration of emergency for anything. Just cause means whatever he just said on Truth Social. He's running the greatest grift operation in world history. I mean, it makes some of these dictators overseas blush, the crypto, not just the perfume. I mean, come on.
Let me ask you about a couple of your...
Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
Let me ask you about a couple...
Excuse me, and I know it's impolite. We have to be more calm and demure.
A couple of your own...
But I'm not calm, and I'm not going to submit myself to niceties. Not when this guy is trying to wreck our goddamn country.
Yes. I'm tired of acting like somehow this is all going to be okay. And it's not about 2028. When the soldiers come on the streets and you make up reasons for emergencies and wars and call people like the entire Democratic Party terrorists, and an emergency at the border allows you to spend $150 billion on recruiting new toothless people to harass them legally. And you erase all of the professionals in the voting offices, to the legal teams, to the agencies that deal with everything that matters in running this country, and replace them with sycophants. We're talking about 2026. If he can't gerrymander his way out of it, there's not another election coming. It's not funny. We have to fight back. He has to fight in his way. We're fighting back in our way. And right now, it's still peaceful because peaceful protest is the warning. Soon there'll be no food. Soon people can't afford gas. Tomorrow, on 9/1, September 1st, we're going down to Washington, D.C., and we're going to call for the removal of this danger, this cancer on our country. And on 9/2, September 2nd, when the Congress comes back, we're going to be there and we're going to remind them that we haven't forgotten about the Epstein files, and we're going to confront them at the Capitol, not on the streets, at the Capitol and in the Capitol. It's your house. You can actually go in there. You don't have to have an insurrection and hit people with flagpoles to do it. You can just go. And we're all going. And everybody who says that, well, nothing is going to happen, and if you're one of the people who's laughing when Newsom says that, understand that the people who showed up on J6 weren't laughing. And if they take it more seriously than you do, then maybe we deserve to have an authoritarian leader. If we can't do one thing and stop that city for one day with millions of us on No King's Day, we had over 2 million people spread across the entire country. Now all of them need to be in Washington on 9/2, calling for the same thing. Because they're only political animals. All of the Congress people, when that city shuts down, will not only listen, but fight, because they're fighting for their own lives, political lives. Right now, they don't see it. And if we can't shut down that city to keep our democracy, then we don't deserve it. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, we're all going to be there. And if it's not millions, then we've failed. Sacrifices now, because later is too late. That's the news for today. That's the Sunday Report. Whatever you have to do to get there, get there. Or else the peaceful options will no longer exist. I'm down for it. But I don't want it. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.